I will first invite Dr. Dinesh Goyal, who is the main organizer of this entire event, for making a presentation.
Rajasthan is just a case example. What are the interventions which we actually require, which have to be done, how the packages have been made, whether it can be replicated in other states and even the nearby countries, wherever this coverage would be in basically 7 areas. The general scenario, convergence, how we have done, initiatives in Rajasthan, how we implemented it, technology and economics outcomes in future. You see, we have roughly 1/10 of the country's land, we have 5% of the population, but the water availability is just 1%. So that is our basic disadvantage. This is what I was trying to. Rest everything is okay, you can go through that whenever you have chance to. So conventional energy, as our minister was saying, there is a long queue for the farmers' connections for the applications. Around 70,000 applications are pending, which now they claim is about 60,000 or so. There is a gap of almost 10,000 megawatt. The point is not, you see, this 10,000 megawatt gap alone is not going to tell the whole story. Point is, you have this gap, but if you study Rajasthan, it is so some of these areas are so inaccessible. Despite having the gap and despite your best of efforts, you can't provide electricity there. The basic geographical problems, the basic inaccessibility problems, they would not permit you to take conventional electricity there at all. So there are people, there are fields, there are farmers to whom perhaps you can't provide energy throughout their life. That is the problem. We must accept it. So how to find solution for that? That is it. Solar insolation, fortunately, this is while we suffer from lack of water or the energy given by the solar, things is extremely important and extremely happy. We have almost over 300 days we have sunny days in Rajasthan in a year. So overall scenario with respect to solar is very good. So this is India versus Rajasthan. Rajasthan happens to be slightly better than what the Indian scenario is, because India, if you count Tarun's state, Himachal Pradesh also, and the northern states also, where the insolation is not of that high nature, overall Indian scenario, Rajasthan comes out to be much better than that. These are some comparison, what is the irrigation water versus the energy for agriculture sector. Again, it's maybe a repetition, you saw it in the morning session. There are various flood irrigation techniques. The oldest one which we know is the flood irrigation, which has the minimum efficiency. But now, with the invent of sprinklers and drip irrigation and all, this efficiency is increasing. But that is on paper. Point is that the implementation of these schemes is so low, and the amount of, as Tarunji was mentioning, with 5,000, 10,000 drip irrigation here and there and solar pumps here and there are not going to break the nut. When the queue is for 70,000, 6,000 is just 8% or 10% of that. It's not going to really solve the problem in a big way. So what is important for us as administrators, as policymakers, as academicians, as the experts, consultants, we have to find solutions which are implementable in a big way. That is the question. So the solar pump, a lot of advantages are there. It is an alternative, long queues you can avoid. Large investment is needed by the farmer in the conventional energy area. This can be avoided through the solar energy, and of course we have found subsidy as one of the ways to avoid the costing to the farmer. So these are all the important. So what has Rajasthan done? What we did is that we tried to offer an efficient package, a package which consists of, we said that power is not available on the grid. So we should think of off-grid power. It should be at a very large scale. That is the second thing we thought. And then we thought that we must be able to tackle the problems of remote areas. That those 3 questions were there in our mind. So what is the solution for that? One solution which we tried was that first we took water harvesting. That as I explained in the morning, whatever kind of sources of water are available, natural or man-made or irrigation or ponds, or all try to collect all that water into some kind of stable kind of environment, either through a pond or what we locally call as a diggy, or discharging back to the well. So all kinds of water harvesting things which one can do, that should be done first of all. Secondly, then this water should be used through the solar pump. So what solar pump in itself is nothing, a pump is the conventional pump, except that we are using, mostly people had gone earlier for AC pump, now they are going for DC pump. Just to make a quick observation, AC pumps are well established in the country, they have been going on for umpty number of years. DC is a slightly new addition, but lot of companies are now planning, particularly after the MNRE has taken such large programs in hands, they are trying to create manufacturing facilities within the country. Otherwise, you have to get them, you have to import them. So, but their cost is also roughly twice, DC pumps cost is roughly twice the cost of the AC pumps. But I am sure that with the passage of time, with so much of competition arising, so much of use arising within the country, and manufacturing facilities being established in the country, this cost will become parallel to the AC pumps sooner or later. So the third thing we did was that apart from water harvesting and pumps, it should be irrigated through the latest known technology for irrigation, which is the drip irrigation. So we combined all the three. So these were our objectives, which have been covered in my earlier talks in some way or the other. That is how to enhance the irrigated area, which has come to a standstill. Almost whatever area was there, the irrigated area was not increasing. Then the groundwater table is going day by day. Out of our 250 odd blocks, more than 70% have been declared as dark zones. They are in the dark zones. So groundwater recharge is not taking place. So that was to be improved. Then the gap between the power demand, the conventional power demand, and what we can provide, that was to be narrowed down. And harnessing of the solar energy, as I said, that was our priority. So how did we do that? Most initially, way back in 2008 or 8 and 9, we tried it on the government farms. Initially, we didn't take the farmers' fields or all. So 14 pumps were installed there with the help of the Rashtriya Krishi Vikas Yojana, which was existing then also. And then 34 pumps we installed in 10 and 11. Now, just it so happened incidentally that I joined in early 2011, May or June. So that time I said that if you are going for these 14 or 34 or 35 pumps and all, it's not going to again make much of a difference. So we were very afraid, and we took a challenge. I requested the Honorable Chief Minister that first of all you make an announcement in the budget of the state. This was the first indication we gave, because if you make an announcement in the budget, then there are a whole lot of agencies which are after your life. They start following you, they start teasing you, they start calling you for the meetings where you are, again, you feel naked in front of them if you are not fulfilling your own promises. But we wanted to take this challenge. We said, no, you announce 500 pumps, we will do 500. That time we came to know that Punjab had already done very well in good old days. I think more than 8,000 pumps you had installed in 1 year. Some officer was there who 1850 pumps. So we had that Punjab experience in our mind, but I didn't know the farmers of Rajasthan whether they will be able to take it up. Everything was known about Punjab. People are hardworking, people are hardy, people are happy, all sorts of things are related with Punjab, but such a thing we could not say about Rajasthan. But we took a decision, and I requested the Honorable CM to make a budget announcement. So we started with a budget announcement of 500 in 2011-12. As luck would have it, we did better than that. I think that was final, our tally was 1675. We kept implementing, we kept going ahead. I kept getting money, in the sense the planning was done, of course, little earlier, but the whole administration, the finance department, the agriculture department, the people who were handling RKVY, the chief minister's office, all were helping at every stage. So 500's announcement ultimately turned into a implementation of 1675 is finally what we did. In 2012-13, then we took a bold decision, and I told Honorable Chief Minister that now you make an announcement of 2200. I just want to share with you one very funny incident which happened yesterday. If a scheme is implemented properly in the field, then your colleagues are very, very helpful to you. My own batchmate, Gurjot Kaur, yesterday told me, now she is having some money lying unutilized, some 30-40 crores. So I suggested that why don't you give me this 30-40 crores to me? She is handling the minority department. I said I'll make a scheme especially for minority. All these pumps which we are doing for all over Rajasthan, your money can be utilized for the minority people. So today morning the secretary to the chief minister was saying that we have other fund lying for some Dev Narayan Yojana where 200 crore is lying. It is for, especially these schemes are run for Gurjar community. So I said, give me that 200 crore also, I will utilize that also. So now I'm getting, used to the idea that why not approach all the secretaries and principal secretaries and ask them that if you are having spare money, give me, I will put it in this scheme. You will see that this is indeed a wonderful scheme. I wish you had time and we can make arrangements. You must see a couple of sites in Rajasthan to have a feeling how it is being done, what are the things which are being done in the field. So you have a feeling of the field area, then you will perhaps be able to observe it more prominently. So coming to the point, this is how the progress went. It's just statistics. You can see that from 14 we was 50, 11, 12 announcement was for 500 and the figure we achieved was 1600. Then 12, 13 we doubled the achievement. 13, 14 we are still in the pipeline, 10,000. These are the districts which were covered that time. The district wise targets we have given for 12, 13. 13, 14 have also been decided. This is how the drip, because of the solar pump introduction, the drip has gone up like exponential curve. It has gone up very high. So I said that we clubbed water harvesting and through we are providing subsidy through on the water harvesting side also, the creation of the ponds and dickies. One of the good things about this scheme is that we have taken help from various ministries of the government of India. We all know large number of missions are running. National Horticulture Mission, National Mission on Micro Irrigation, National Bamboo Mission. You name it and things are there. Money is there, it's just like there. And Tarunji is running an excellent program, that Jawaharlal Nehru National Solar Mission. There is a need for only integrating all these schemes. That's what we did. That was our basic thinking. So in the crop protection also, we gave assistance. These are the details as to under which scheme, what kind of thing and how much subsidy we are giving. Basically two types of pumps Rajasthan has gone for, 2200 watt peak and 3000 watt peak. So this is how we did it. Thanks to, first of all, to the Government of India. Tarunji, I thank you from my heart. You have been so helpful. Your ministry has been so helpful, right from Dr. Prasad to the topmost level. You have, so my first thanks go to Government of India, MNRE especially. And there Sanjeev Chopra, who is the Joint Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, who handles horticulture. Again, a very good friend. Because of the schemes we are implementing, otherwise I didn't know him earlier, but very helpful and very positive. So first thank goes to Government of India. Government of Rajasthan, I mentioned to you, they provided us 56% subsidy through the RKVY. And the Chief Minister even promised, the Finance Department promised that if this money is not coming from RKVY, will give you from the state fund, which was a great thing. So I think what the people coming from the officers coming from the state, they have to take home is that if the Government of India cannot provide subsidy under various schemes, this scheme can run only through subsidy. We must be very clear about it. This is because the capital cost cannot be borne by the farmer. If you see the structure of the scheme, only farmer is paying only 14%. So if you take average cost of the pump, solar pump as 5 lakhs, she is paying only 70,000, which is roughly the cost of the AC pump. So you see, we are asking the farmer to pay only the cost of the pump. Rest everything is on subsidy. So it cannot run without subsidy, whether he is large farmer or small farmer or medium farmer. So all the states have to keep it in mind and convince their counterparts that please, Government of India cannot provide, of course, more than 30%. They have their own so many programs to run, and we have to help the Government of India by not asking for more than 30% subsidy. The state governments have to chip in. And they have to see that if they want to really benefit their people and some additional grants or subsidies are required, they should come forward and provide. That is my submission. Then our department, of course, did very well. We have a Rajasthan Horticulture Development Society, which runs as a non-profit making body, which is basically taking up this program. We have a very skeleton staff. We started with, if I can be very frank with you, we were only, to speak in Rajasthan, we were only 2 persons, myself and Rajendra Khichad. The 2 persons we started this. And then, of course, we did lot of decentralization and other things. So how the scheme was, how it was implemented, almost covered it. We had the district criteria selection, but now all the 33 are selected, so we need not go into that. Let us concentrate on the beneficiary, how the farmer was selected. He or she must have at least 2 biga of land in local language. 4 biga constitutes 1 hectare. 1 hectare, as you know, is 10,000 square meter. Rajasthan biga, normal biga, is 2,500 square meter. So he should have 0.5, that is half hectare, or 2 biga, or 5,000 square meter of land. Irrigation must be done with the drip system. We made it a compulsory thing. In between we relaxed for some time, but then ultimately we decided that drip irrigation is a must, otherwise our scheme cannot be. And the maximum head which we permitted was 75 meter. And as much as possible, he or she should adopt high-tech agriculture activities. It should not be just a conventional kind of wheat or gram or jowar or bajra or millets. We said that you should now transfer to high value, high production crops. So that was our third criteria. The implementation process was made as much as possible accountable. Everything we wanted to, put it on record, pinpointed. Fortunately, we have come out with a book. These complimentary books are there, so please pick up. They are outside, which cover most of the things they cover when you want to implement this. Even my presentation is covered in that. Then the manufacturer's responsibility. We have made a large number of changes on the scheme which the Government of India has given. For instance, they have a guarantee. They have a warranty of 5 years. What we have done, we have said 5 years guarantee and 5 years after sale service. So we have made it a 10-year clause, which is much stronger. Similarly, solar panels, some people were supplying on 1 lakh or 2 lakhs or 4 lakhs. Now from this year, we are making it necessary condition that it must be supported by 6 lakhs because our wind velocities somewhere are very high. And then you have the children and women of the house or the cattle all playing around, running to the solar plant, getting hit and all that. So from this year, we are also going to provide a fencing around it. So why we are able to do that is because MNRE has not put any negative kind of list that you can't do this, you can't do that. So therefore, whatever we feel all right, we are adding on to that, and your ideas are also invited. However, together if we can make this scheme as an integrated scheme, I think then in the whole country it can be run in a better way. These are the documents which the farmer has to give. This, as I said, there's 86% subsidy, 30% is from MNRE and rest is from either state or RKVY. This program was not